heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero. When it comes out, zero.
Hello guys, welcome again to the live stream. Well, Bitcoin is doing the same thing, yeah, right? It's sideways. Okay, let me continue with this technical analysis. The same technical analysis as yesterday. The projection is to the downside. Simple, okay? So the technical analysis is the same as yesterday. Of course, I will not change it here. And also the best thing here is finally we have, if we close like this, or Bitcoin close like this today, we will have a confirmation today Bitcoin with a sell signal in 1 day chart. So if that happens, well, be ready because it's just about time. From today, I mean, today is close. We can say we have 10 days around June 20, around there, to see this potential move to the downside. Now, the question is, if I think if it's gonna happen right now, no, actually no. Based on the volatility in 1 day chart, yes, maybe potentially yes, but if we see a 4-hour chart, the volatility is extremely high right now here. So usually when you see the volatility like this, you cannot expect a massive move. Usually the setups for very good moves is when you see the volatility contracted here. I mean, when you see this blue cloud here, is when you will see thousands move in the chart. So let me show you here. For example, if you see 1 day chart, the last time when we have this setup, the blue cloud here, or the blue line here, is here when Bitcoin was around in April here, and after that Bitcoin was in sideways for maybe almost 3 weeks, and after that we saw this move. So right now we can say, okay, this continuation, yes, but we don't have the setup in any time frame. Let me show you here. 2 day chart, we don't have the volatility. Well, in 2 day chart we have the expansion, it's still on. Of course, it will take maybe a couple months to see that. 3 day chart, the same thing. But yeah, I mean, the projection is the same thing, the same as yesterday. And also I am looking for the close actually tonight. Why? Because we are gonna have a new close for 5 day chart here, and it's gonna close well in the next 24 hours. Let me tell you something. This is very easy. If Bitcoin close below any close below $30,000 today, we will see continuation in the 5 day chart, and you will see this well, the continuation I'm expecting in the long term, in 1 day chart. Sorry. So the sell pressure is still on in 5 day chart. So I want to see just confirmation for this close around below $30,000 in 5 day chart. I will say this is just a continuation. Now, there are some guys, they are asking me, hey, what about these bullet divergence here we are forming here, what Bitcoin is forming? For me, they are not valid, not yet. First of all, why? Because, well, the ADX is positive here. As long as the ADX is positive here in macro timeframes, I am not looking for a massive move to the upside, because actually the sell pressure is still present. Now, let's talk about the 1 day chart a little bit more. Why? Because now we have the confirmation of this sell signal in OBB. Of course, you cannot expect the price is gonna drop in that moment. Usually will take maybe 1 week around there. So I will say, okay, if we see the confirmation here in 1 day chart with sell signal here for Bitcoin, well, you will see this sell signal working in 1 day chart, and also you will see continuation to the downside. Okay, now let's talk about the 4-hour chart. In 4-hour chart we have different things. The technical analysis for 4-hour chart is very easy, very simple. Why? Because we are trading a range. Let me be clear, I am not going to trade this moment, I mean this bounce. Why? Because I am looking for shorts, I am not looking for longs. So right now here with this close we have a buy signal right now here, or bounce signal I will say. So as long as Bitcoin is about $29,700 around there, so maybe you can expect maybe in the next 8 hours some price action here, sideways here, and the speculation is gonna be at least other test to maybe $31,000. That is gonna be the area. But let me be very clear, because the projection in 1 day chart is to the downside. At least in my system, I am looking for shorts. So if I see Bitcoin bouncing here, I'm gonna start looking for shorts again, expecting we will see potentially the breakdown and finally continuation to the downside. Okay, so One thing I like about this price action right now is finally the volatility is here. So I would say maybe in the next 12 hours, I would say 24 hours, we will see finally the volatility here, changing the color between red to yellow, and maybe this week we will see the blue cloud again here. So if you ask me, okay, when is this range is gonna break? Well, maybe I will say when I see again the blue cloud here forming here, and after that we potentially see the signal to see the continuation. There is one chart I want to show you here. Looks like this move, the last move we will see for the downside. Potentially this could be the last move, at least for Bitcoin, and after that we will see a significant bounce and maybe 1 month or 2 months for in green for the market. And the reason is very simple. The USDT dominance actually is doing something very interesting right now in higher time frames. Let me show you here. In higher time frames, if we see the 5-day chart here, this is not looking very healthy right now. It's not looking like continuation. Is looking maybe next month potentially we will see the bear divergence here forming here. So if this asset is just gonna be it's doing something like this, you will see this bear divergence forming here in USDT. So you can expect, okay, maybe the move I am expecting for Bitcoin to the downside could be maybe in the last one, at least for local bottom, yes. But because this is bullish, I mean, if you see the 5-day chart with a pullback here, MA21, MA55, the trend is your friend, and the trend is to the upside. So maybe in July, maybe we can see this bounce for Bitcoin. But in general, as long as the monthly is bullish, well, this is just potential scenario, but not yet. We are not yet, because why? The ADX again, the ADX is positive. As long as the ADX is positive, I am not looking for this setup right now. Now, the 2-day chart. 2-day chart, let me show you something. This is very concerning for all my friends. Like, they are talking about sell signals in 2-day and 3-day chart. They are forgetting something very important. Here we have range or sell signal. No sell signal. It's not a sell signal. It's a range, sideways, or sell signal. So this is telling you the price could drop, yes, or entering sideways. So if you see this sell signal is present since, well, almost 2 weeks, yeah, almost 2 weeks, and this asset even is not breaking the MA21. When you see maybe in the next 4 days testing the zero line here in 2-day chart, and also even if the asset is not breaking the MA21, this is continuation to the upside. That is the problem. Many people I can see in my channels, actually in my group, they say, oh, sell signal. No, it's range or sell signal, not just sell signal. Okay, same thing for here. This is a potentially buy signal, yes, but it's telling you at the same time the price is gonna stop, maybe stop dropping here, and also potentially continue or bounce, or maybe buy signal, yes. But you see, there are 2 scenarios always. Now here, the ADX is negative, yes. The price is crashing, tell me. No, right? It's not crashing. It's not breaking the MA21. It's not breaking the MA55. So this is a very healthy uptrend into the chart. Same thing for 3-day chart. If you see the 3-day chart, the 3-day chart, we have potential sell signal right now. There is no confirmation right now here. Why? Because I would like to see the slope getting negative. I mean, fully negative, not now. It's flat right now. And also, pay attention here. Even if 3-day chart is breaking down, this is a very healthy uptrend. So that is the problem. Okay, if you are trying to learn my system, you have 2 signals here. Okay, not just sell or buy. No, it's range, sideways, buying or selling. It depends on the market condition. Here is just a very healthy pullback in 3-day chart. Maybe potentially next month we will see this bounce here. So that means, well, 1-day chart we will see this drop, and potentially that drop will be a buy. Yes, but that bounce we will see maybe in July is gonna be just a continuation. It's gonna be a sell. Okay, let me be clear. It's not gonna be the bottom. It's gonna be just a sell maybe. Now, all of these kind of things I'm saying why I am bullish on this is because the monthly ADX positive here. Yes, you say, okay, we are forming here, or Bitcoin is forming a bear divergence here in monthly. Yes, from this point 2020 and right now here, yes, but this is gonna take all the year. Okay, all the year. Okay, all the year. Now let's talk about the OBV here. Is losing the exponential? Yes. And also Bitcoin is losing exponential. What we are gonna do? Okay, which one is correct? Bitcoin is losing exponential and USDT dominance is losing exponential as well. Okay, here for Bitcoin, sorry, for USDT dominance, watch this. In 1-day chart is in sideways here. It's not testing MA55, not yet. We have sell signal in progress right now here, yes. But look at this. This asset, the sell pressure right now today is very low. So as long as it's above the MA55 here, yeah, my speculation is this is to the upside. Yeah, remember, this is a warning. This is a warning. It's not telling you the price is gonna just break down right now. No, usually it will take maybe 1 week or something like that. So the price, it could do something very interesting, right? For example, the exponential just drop here, testing the sell line here, because remember, not because you see the ADX, the exponential losing, that means it's gonna be a sell. Well, I mean a very strong sell. Remember, this is in a positive area. If you don't know how to read this indicator, let me be clear. Above zero, yeah, the volume is, there is volume in the market. Below zero, of course, there is no volume. You are technically in a bear or in a sell pressure. Here it's about zero, right? So even with this rate is losing the exponential here, it's still above zero. So you can say, okay, it's dropping here. If Bitcoin is moving, USD dominance is pumping again, you will see potentially a test to the MA55 here, and potentially here in some point, maybe next month, you will see your reaction and continuation to the downside. But it's very far away. Okay, so don't rush, especially with OBV. Don't rush. It's very different with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is actually very bad. Why? Because we see OBV for Bitcoin right now. Let me show you here. Bitcoin is in negative territory here. Yes. So there is no volume. There is no volume coming to the markets in 1-day chart for Bitcoin. It's negative. Also, it's bouncing here in volume, getting rejected by MA55 here. So tell me, what do you think is gonna happen? Well, potentially you will see the continuation. And actually, let me tell you something. If I check the OBV right now, I have a rule here. When I see the OBV losing the previous low, in this case now it's testing this area, you will see the close maybe today closing here. This is actually this is the signal, the warning, like, okay, the market is gonna start, is getting ready for a move. Now we're in a choppiness market right now, so we are gonna use other tool today. So we are gonna use the choppiness market because we want to know maybe when this market is gonna break, in this case to the downside. So if you don't know how to use the choppiness index, it's very simple. Above 50, we are in a choppiness market or sideways market. Below 50, we are in a trending move. So in 1-day chart, we are in a choppiness market, you see. So here, same thing. In 4-hour chart, we are above 50, so we are in sideways. This is very good. You know why it's good? Well, because you stop thinking as retailers, they want to see green candles and red candles, right? Yeah, that is the mentality of retailer. I am a retailer too, but I want to play the same game as the market makers. And you know where they are playing? They are not playing here. When you see a green candle, a big green candle or red candle, no. About psychology of trading is this one. Market makers are here. Here, they want to see sideways. Okay, they are accumulating or in distribution. Retailers, here they buy or they sell in panic based on emotions. You see? So in simple words, smart money, dumb money. Okay? So right now in 4-hour chart, I wanna see contraction phase. I wanna see the volatility contracting. We are not there yet. No, I think maybe it will take all this weekend to cool down. Maybe honestly, based on my experience, based on the chart right now, I am expecting US Bitcoin is gonna be in sideways all this week, and you will see the volatility contracting here, and you will see maybe next week the blue cloud again here. And that is very good. Why? Because we are gonna get ready, or at least in my case, I'm gonna be ready for the next major move. In this case, the projection is gonna be to the downside. Now you see 4-hour chart is about 50, so the market is still in sideways. You see in a 1-hour chart, you see about 50, even 1-hour chart. So that's why you will see this, right? Volatility. What happened in volatility? Well, it's still expanding here. Well, no, actually it's contracting a little bit, but it's not blue. So you can expect, okay, there is no major move. I'm expecting a major, even 1-hour chart. So now I'm telling you right now this. What is my expectation? At least all this weekend, today, tomorrow, actually maybe Monday, we will see a interesting move for Bitcoin, but not now. Bitcoin is getting ready for the move, yes, but not this week. Okay, so if we see now, let's study the choppiness index in weekly chart. What is happening right now? Well, we are in a very strong move, in this case to the downside. You see, the level is around 40, is below 50, so you can set all this move is a very strong move. Bitcoin is trending in weekly chart, in this case to the downside. Also, the ADX is negative here, yeah, is crossing the 23 level. You see, with this next close, we will see almost crossing. Be careful, because next week, next close, especially if it's below $30,000 and ADX crossing the 23 level, and also the choppiness index very low, you can expect a very interesting move to the downside, actually, in this case, following the trend, right? So in OBB, as you can see here, of course we need confirmations. There is nothing here, but OBB was telling us this long time ago in April. Remember when we saw three or four triangles here? Is the only thing is the the choppiness index was very high here, and this, when you see the choppiness index testing in weekly chart, at least for Bitcoin, actually many assets actually, around 70, 61, and 72, around about that level. When the slope is getting negative, you will see major moves to the upside or the downside. As you can see here, this level, well, crash. Around here, in this level was the opposite here, in lowest level around 40, and after that the move. The biggest ranges, the most interesting points you can see for choppiness index is when it's above 60 and it's around between 40 and 30, yeah, around these areas, yeah. So it's just about time. Let me show you here the monthly, because it's, I mean, the technical analysis for Bitcoin, I'm done. I mean, I finished. So that's why we are studying here. Now, pay attention here in monthly. If we study with choppiness index, well, it's about 50 here. You see, that's why in monthly we are in a massive range here. But let me tell you something. It's above 65. And the slope is negative here. You can expect right now the market is going to move very, actually the move is going to be very interesting here in monthly chart. And well, the level is very interesting actually. As I said many times, Bitcoin is doing something like I never seen before. Why? Because if you pay attention here, the level in choppiness index is extremely high, even higher than 2020 and 2015. Is the highest level in the history of choppiness index. So you can expect the move in monthly chart you're gonna see. I hope so. I hope it's to the upside. I hope so. It's gonna be massive. So, but I hope so. But the facts, my technical analysis, of course, my system is telling me it's gonna be to the downside. Sorry, bad news. Okay, so. What we can say about Bitcoin right now? Well, the projection is still to the downside. We have around 10 days from today, starting from today, 10 days. And also maybe Monday, Tuesday next week, we are gonna see this this contraction phase here, the blue cloud here, and after that we are gonna get ready for the next major move for Bitcoin. When I say major, well, let's talk about potential targets. Potential targets for Bitcoin, if I am right with this technical analysis, of course, and Bitcoin breaks to the downside here, where I'm gonna start looking for a potential targets. Okay. The first target I'm gonna start looking for here, based on, of course, volume profile. Volume profile is around $18,000, $17,000. That is gonna be my first major area. Of course, I'm not saying Bitcoin is gonna crash here right now, not today, no. But based on the volume, as you can see here, there is nothing to stop Bitcoin. If Bitcoin breaks $30,000, there is nothing to stop Bitcoin, according to the volume, to see other leg down to the downside. And the major area is 17, 18, and the next one is around $14,000, and the major one is around $10,000, $9,000. So I will say now is the first week of June. Let me see. One moment. Yeah. Okay. So the only thing I can tell you right now, Bitcoin is getting ready for a move. Yes, in this case, is to the downside. Yeah, I know. I was watching some YouTube videos yesterday, and people, they are talking, well, this is the bottom, right? This is the bottom, and I'm expecting many people are calling for $40,000, actually 46. I mean, good luck with that. I mean, honestly, I hope you're right. Not me, I think. I hope you're right, because if I see this bounce, well, I will be happy to short. Yeah, I will be very happy to short. So let's continue with the other coins. The Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is something I'm tracking right now. As I said before, this asset is very bullish, and you cannot expect, or at least not me, the market, the altcoins will start pumping very hard. No. And the general rule is, when you see the Bitcoin dominance, in this case moving up, when you see it's rising, yes, you can expect all the altcoins will start dropping, regardless of the direction of the market. Doesn't matter if Bitcoin is dropping or is pumping, yeah, you will see the altcoins crashing. And the reason is simple, is because the Bitcoin dominance is increasing. Okay, just the top 10 altcoins will just follow Bitcoin if Bitcoin is pumping, right? But in general, the market will just keep crashing. Okay, so for example, if we see Solana right now, Solana, yeah, is a very good example, like what we can expect right now. For example, here, Solana, people said, okay, yeah, I remember, right? Some people were saying, no, Solana is an 100, and from here to the moon, right? So, but as you can see, I said, well, this is a rejection here. Any close below 100, you will see 40. Perfect. Okay. Now, any close below 35, 36, you will see 20. And if 20 breaks, well, game over. Game over. Kevin, one thing. 4-hour chart is for the next 24 hours. The trade is for, I mean, you follow that technical analysis, is because in the next 24 hours you will see the results. Okay, so let me show you here. If level $20 breaks, tell me, where is the volume? Here, where is the volume? There is no volume here. You see, it's almost nothing. That's why I will say Solana, I need to see Solana reacting and holding $20, because that is going to be the lowest point for Solana. If Solana breaks this level, well, I think $6 is going to be the next area. And I think that is going to be even not just a crash, it's going to be a reversal in many time frames. So let's talk about the total 2. Total 2, as you can see here, this is looking more like it's going to break down. Yes, the target hit, perfect. Yes, around 500, 600, around, perfect, very good. Now let's talk about this. Let me show you here. Choppiness index is in the lowest point here, so the market is getting ready for a move in the weekly chart. Yes, Now the ADX is positive here, the slope is negative here for the curve. So what do you think is going to happen? Question. We don't have volume here in the market. It's trending to the downside. So, well, what is this telling you? And also next week we're gonna see the ADX crossing the 23 level. Well, to the moon, right? To the moon. Now let's talk about the 2D chart. Well, I said like last Friday, well, the time is almost over. Well, now officially, you see, look at this. Testing the center line here, is not bouncing here, is testing many times this area of demand. The rule is as many times you see many times testing the same area many times, in some point, many people they are thinking it's gonna be stronger, right? This area, no, it's gonna be weaker. So you will see this asset breaking down. So if total 2 is getting ready for a breakdown, what do you think is gonna happen to all the altcoins? Okay, so let's talk about the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, let me show you here. We have potential buy signal, yes. So some altcoins are in green, yes. They are bouncing, yes. But same thing. I think version of this is like Bitcoin. Actually, I would say all the market is getting ready for a very interesting move, and it's not going to be to the direction. It's not gonna be the direction people are expecting. Okay. So I think I'm done. I finished with my technical analysis for Bitcoin. I don't have too much to say right now because it's almost the same as yesterday. Let me be clear. Today I am not going to trade because I am not going to take this position. I am going to start looking for a better position. I want to see volatility contracting here. I want to see Bitcoin. I will be very happy if I see Bitcoin again testing $31,000 because I'm going to start getting ready for the short. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments in the. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Bull use the dominance in 4-hour chart. Remember that trade is just gonna be for the next 24 hours. Yes, there is a bullish divergence here from this point and this point. Yes, based on this technical analysis, yes, you can expect other close maybe around here. Yes, let me see 1-hour chart if I can help you with this. You will have to wait around 8 hours. Maybe you would say, oh my God, how this guy can say 8 hours? Well, it's just experience. Okay, so why? Because you have potential sell signal right now for USD dominance in 1-hour charts here. So you will see potentially other leg down here. Yeah, as long as it's not breaking this low, or maybe a little bit lower here, you will see the next buy signal in 1-hour chart here, and maybe in the next 8 hours around there, you will see the bullish divergence playing. But you will have to wait. So there is no setup right now. Okay, at least with my system, no, there is no setup right now. SP500 same as yesterday. The volatility is almost nothing. It didn't change. Just how much? It's nothing. Same technical analysis for SP500 is to the downside. This is gonna break down to the downside. Simple. Okay, it's the same as the last Friday. It's the same thing. Look at this. It's not moving here, yes, to the moon right now. No, this is to the downside. That's it. Simple. Okay, my arrow is very powerful here to the downside, like this. Okay, it's the same thing. Same thing. If we see other, for example, this one, it's gonna break down. This is gonna break down to the downside as well. I mean, the market, for me, is very clear right now. Some Netflix, for example, in my humble opinion, this is looking more like accumulation here in weekly chart, and well, this is looking finally. It's looking like it's getting ready for a bounce, but it will take months. So, okay, so let's continue. Let's continue with other coins. As I said, all the market is doing the same thing. Let me show you here Ethereum. Ethereum is the same thing, same as Bitcoin. It's looking like it's gonna break down right now. I mean today. Watch what is doing Ethereum. Even with a bullish divergence here we have from this point and this point. It was this bounce. This asset is getting ready for a breakdown. And now, if we see, for example, here in 1 month chart, well, my friend, in 1 month chart, this is continuation. In 1 month chart, this asset is gonna test 1,200 around there, even lower. So let me tell you this. If Ethereum breaks this area using just price action, there is nothing to stop Ethereum to crash all the way down to 400, 500. Okay, and also Ethereum is worse than Bitcoin. Why? Because Ethereum has at least other 3-4 months to see the zero line tested here, and you will see other move, a major move actually to the downside in the long term, of course. So yeah, and also just think about it, about the news, right? The Ethereum 2.0, right? I think it's coming, right, in a couple of months. I think something like that I was reading. Well, all the hype because 2.0 is coming, right, is here. Well, what happened with Cardano? Yeah, Cardano, smart contracts, right? Blah blah blah, the ecosystem. Okay, yes, to the moon, right? And after that, what happened? Yeah, well, yeah, your favorite altcoin. Let me tell you something. Maybe you will get mad, but it's not special. It's not special. Although I saw these kind of situations many times, almost in 8 years, 10 years. So there is no difference. Always there is a new altcoin, the next Bitcoin, right? But in the end, I am not saying they are garbage, of course. Don't get me wrong. I'm still thinking Cardano maybe in some point we will see something like this, right? But not this year. Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue with other coins. If you want to see some other coins, please let me know. Okay, so let's let me see. No, Facebook is doing the same thing. Yes, that's why I don't like stocks, because stocks, the volatility is very, very low, boring for me. Microsoft doing the same thing. Yeah. So well, my friends, I think I'm done for today. So recap for Bitcoin. For Bitcoin, and let me explain in the short term what I'm expecting for Bitcoin in the short term, of course, right? We have, formally speaking, we have a buy signal right now for a 4-hour chart. Yes, here. So the speculation here, if you want to take this trade, be careful. Why? Because, well, first of all, I'm expecting maybe a leg down here, maybe in 1 hour chart here, around maybe 29,700, around there, and after that, maybe a bounce here. So let me be more clear. In 4-hour chart, like this, okay? So I will do, of course, I'm a financial advisor, I will do something like this. Something like this. Around this area, I will start looking for maybe potential longs around here. But in 1-day chart, this is like this. Okay guys, so well, in that case, thank you for watching. I hope next week, I'm expecting something interesting this week, so I hope next week we can see finally the continuation for Bitcoin, because, well, I want to take other short position. It's gonna be very interesting. And also I have an announcement here. Maybe in July you will see the next version of this indicator, and also the next version of the OPB. Yeah, I didn't show this before. I will start showing maybe in July the next version of my indicators. And of course, you are supporting the Patreon, this channel with Patreon, you will get access for free, of course, no problem. Okay guys, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.
You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to 0.